Hello everybody and welcome back to another Minecraft tutorial. Today I'm going to be showing you how to build the automatic cooked chicken farm. Now this is based on a chicken farm that I done a tutorial on quite some time ago. That one was designed by Waltech MC and unfortunately it doesn't work anymore. But thanks to certain discoveries that people have made in the community, it means that this thing can now be a lot more compact and use a tiny amount of redstone as well. So we have two designs here. We have one with a lever at the front, and that's an optional override switch, so it means that no more eggs that make their way into the dispenser there will be hatched, and then the other one on the right hand side doesn't have that, so it has a nice flush front like this. So this farm works by having a bunch of cedar chickens at the top. They are standing on top of carpets on hoppers, and so when they lay eggs they're going to make their way down into this dispenser at the back here. Now this dispenser has a comparator attached to it, so whenever there's items in there it's going to create a signal which goes around here and back into the same comparator. So because it's on subtract mode, that means it's going to create a blinking effect, and so that's going to power the block over on this side, which will cause the dispenser to hatch any items that it has inside it. So when the eggs go down into the dispenser and the clock activates, it's going to hatch those eggs into the half slab at the front, and that's going to cause the baby chickens to stand on top like they are at the moment, and they're not actually touching the lava above them. Now I've tested this and no eggs will ever hatch a chicken that gets burnt in the lava. They always get hatched into the half slab and stand immediately on top of it. Now when they grow into an adult, what they're going to do is be inside the lava. Now you can see we've got a derpy chicken there putting me off. Don't worry about this, this is just a typical Minecraft glitch. That chicken is not actually getting hurt. But when the chickens here grow into an adult, they'll then be standing inside of the lava, they'll get burnt, and then their items will drop onto the half slab, picked up by the hopper here, and then they'll go into this chest at the bottom. Now one thing I should point out is that there is a small chance that sometimes when they grow into adults, they get sucked up into the lava and their drops actually get destroyed by the lava. Now that happens so infrequently that it doesn't really affect the drop rates, and because this is an automatic farm I don't really consider it an issue as well that can happen, because basically you can leave this running in your world and then whenever you come over to this there's always going to be feathers and chicken in here for you. So let's start the tutorial. To build this we're going to need an area of land that is 3 blocks wide, 6 blocks deep and 5 blocks tall, and we're actually going to use every single block within that space as well. And so to build this you're going to need these materials. We have 64 building blocks, 4 blocks of glass, 3 carpets, a bucket of lava, a chest, a dispenser, 4 hoppers, a comparator, 6 pieces of redstone and 2 redstone repeaters, and then if you want the optional off feature you're going to need a repeater and an extra lever as well. So the first layer is going to be the simplest. We're going to place down a chest, put a hopper facing into it from behind, and then we need to fill up the rest of this floor with blocks like this. For the second layer we're going to place a dispenser here, and then in front of it a half slab on top of the hopper and then a glass on top of the chest. Then place 3 blocks on either side, and then behind it we're going to have a repeater facing into this block and another one here facing in this direction, and then put down a comparator behind the dispenser, right click it so it's in subtract mode, and then all you need to do is put a ring of redstone around the outside like this. For the third layer we're going to start off by placing 3 hoppers. One of them is going to be directly on top of that dispenser there, and then the other ones are going to face into the one in front of them like this. And then if we go around to the front we're going to place a block of glass here and then 3 building blocks on either side, and then we can place our lava in the middle above the half slab below, and then we can come around the back and fill in the rest of these blocks like this. For the fourth layer we're going to start off by placing some glass on top of the previous glass and then on top of the lava like that, and then we can place down 3 carpets on top of those hoppers, and then all you have to do is place down building blocks around the outside like this. So the 6th and final layer is the most complicated of all, so pay very close attention here. What you need to do is place down blocks in these positions like that, and then like this, and like that. And there we go. So hopefully you got the hang of how to do that. But there you go, that is a finished chicken farm, although it doesn't have any chickens in it. So to get some chickens into your farm, all you need to do is come up the top here, remove a block and then throw some eggs into the space down below. And then when you've got a chicken in there you can just place the block back. Or as an alternative you could actually put a trapdoor up here, and then you can come up here and open it whenever you want to add some more chickens in by throwing eggs, and then you can close it when you're done. Now one thing I should point out with this is that there is still a bug in the game where if you have a lot of chickens in the area up the top there, when the chunks unload and load again they can actually glitch into the blocks around the outside here. and that can cause them to die. So the ways that you can prevent that is by not overcrowding this area, and by also making sure that you have all of these blocks in this position here, because you could have them like this. However, that will make it more likely for the bug to occur. So one last thing to show you to do: if you place a repeater here by removing that block and then remove the one at the front and place a lever here, then you can add the override, so then all of this back here is powered, and when items go into this dispenser, they're not going to be hatched into the half slab on the front. So one last thing I'd like to point out is that this farm has been designed to be compact, so you can see it's only 3 wide, which means we have a small area for the chickens at the top. Now if you wanted a more effective farm, you could always make this bigger and have more hoppers with carpets on top, which means it could hold more chickens, and more chickens means more eggs, which means more drops. So you can always change the design and make it more efficient. But anyway, that is it for this tutorial. If you'd like to give it a like, it is always appreciated. It helps support the channel. And if you want to watch some more of my videos, there are links on the screen and in the description box. There is also a download for a schematic for this as well in the description box. So as always, thank you very much for watching, and I will catch you next time.